everybody. Welcome to MJ Hobby Corner. I'm Julie, MJ's trusty sidekick. I was going to say side chick. No, that's not it.
Very good intro. All right, good start.
And this handsome fellow next to me is, of course, MJ. So thank you for joining us today for our monthly hobby talk. Today is our Thanksgiving hobby talk. So happy Thanksgiving to all of you out there who celebrate, Americans, I imagine. So anyone who does, happy Thanksgiving. Hope you enjoy all the good food and family.
And for all those who don't celebrate, happy day to you as well.
Yes, absolutely. Happy day.
So MJ Hobby Talk is just a very sort of informal chat, and we update the channel on different things, projects, games, and hopefully have some faction talks from our favorite games as well.
So welcome to all of our new subscribers. Thanks for joining us, and I hope you have fun on the ride with us.
Yep, all the shenanigans. Thank you to all our patrons and supporters and members. Yes.
We appreciate all of you so very much, and we're just happy to be here.
All right, well, let's get this little show going.
Let's do it.
All right.
So I guess to start off, why don't we give a little help update for me?
Okay.
Things have been a little rough around here for the last few weeks or so. Rougher than usual, I guess you could say. But for those of you who have been around a little while, you may know that I suffer from health issues, as does MJ. And I've been suffering for a while from all those, whatever. But a few weeks ago, I took a little spill in the kitchen. I fell on my back, which I already have problems with. And so I have some extra issues now with that, and I've been dealing with a lot of pain and no mobility issues. I haven't been able to move around a lot at all. I've been using a walker. So I do see a neurosurgeon. I've had an MRI, and it is going to require surgery. So I see a neurosurgeon the end of the month, and after that, I'll be able to update everybody on where we're going to go from there. Because at this point, I don't know what the surgery will entail. I'm not sure exactly what will be done or what kind of recovery time I'll be looking at. So we'll let you know when I do. But if you wonder why I'm not around as much sometimes, that's why things have been a little difficult. It's been hard for me to sit long enough to film a video. So we'll do what we can, because I do love doing it. So.
Yeah, well, and that will certainly affect our two-player games from then on. So we will definitely keep the subscribers updated. We will keep our patrons updated, and we'll see. Everything is up in the air right now. So once we get more information and we know what changes will need to be done to the channel, I have to take care of this young lady and make sure that her needs are met. And so that's it, basically. But we'll see. We'll see as things come up. We'll see. We've already cut down a lot. I used to post a lot more videos, but we've already pretty much have an idea of what we can kind of do realistically for the channel without killing ourselves. So
it also kind of depends on each day. Each day kind of tells us what's going to happen, because I don't know how I'm going to feel from day to day.
Right.
And you too, with taking care of me and your own stuff. It's
we'll see. And you may see more solo games. You may see more scratchbuilding. I don't know. So things are a little bit up in the air, and we do appreciate your patience.
Absolutely.
And thank you for all your support so far. So.
Yep. All right. So that's that for that.
Okay. Right. That was a health update from our primary opponent here, Julie. And now moving on.
What's up next, MJ?
I guess we can talk about projects.
Let's do it.
All right. Well, let's talk about a little bit of scratch building projects.
Love those.
And then we move on to games, what we have in store.
All right. Sounds good to me.
All right. Well, before I highlight this project, I want to give credit to TJL Games. They have a YouTube channel, and it's a wargaming channel, and they presented this really cool idea using plastic mesh to make little soldiers, 6 millimeter soldiers, and I thought this was brilliant. Okay, so I want to give a shout out to TJL Games before I present this technique, because I didn't come up with this original idea. They did. So what I did, I changed things a little bit to suit my style of gaming and such. And what I did, all I did was uh, to the little figures is that I added little muskets. All right, and this is wire simply glued to the figures. And these are actually, this is a base of Orc Fusiliers. That's right, you heard it correct. Orc Fusiliers. I'm going to be playing in a sort of pike and shot era with these guys, and so I painted them to, with like little green heads and everything. So these are muskets, orc muskets, and we also have I made an artillery field guns, and these I did myself. I used this setup here, these brass pins that are like those paper fastener pins, and I just joined them together, and basically that's how I started with my field guns. And you can see like the whole little orc crew here. These are orc bombardiers, so they're heavy field guns, and I'm going to be making more. And the cool thing is you can make like entire armies by using the technique that TJL showed on his channel, which is great. And he shows that you can go check that out. I'll have the link in the description. He shows how to cut this mesh. So I've been experimenting with quite a few other things. This is an orc spear regiment, and I think I'm going to make some halberds as well. And so these are orc spears, and we have 2 orc musket companies, and then we have these guys. Now I'm experimenting with these. It is by using the same mesh, except I do like a layering technique where I sandwich certain layers, and in order to widen things up in certain areas. And so I made these big, this one looks almost like a bantha or something, or a big yak or something, some fantasy creature. And then this one's like a woolly rhino. And then you have the little orcs or goblins up on top with long spears. So yeah, so some kind of heavy support unit. And I gotta finish the base on this one, but it is quite possible, I think, to make a variety of units. And then I also came up with a way to make some cavalry using, again, the same mesh, and just made a few cavalry pieces. These are prototypes, and I'm gonna have to perfect these a little more. They're a little bit flat, but they're gonna work for what I want them for. And it's basically small scale gaming. We're gonna play 1-hour war games with this, and we'll have our fantasy races, but we'll use 1-hour war game rules. Probably no magic. We're going to pretend a fantasy world that doesn't have magic anymore, and so now they have to rely on whatever technology is brewing. So we'll have like muskets and, black powder weapons and that kind of thing. I have quite a few units coming for both the humans, which will be the army that I'm working on now. All I have for the humans are the cavalry. I'm going to be adding more. And then the orcs. I'm going to finish up a couple of different orc bases, and maybe add a few more units. I may add some goblin militia. I'm going to try to make a little goblin militia that's not in rank and file like the orcs. They're going to be like spread out more. And yeah, I think it's going to be so cool. Without the muskets, it's a lot easier to reproduce the units. So if you're making a larger army, you know, that's something to consider. But this is great. It's a great little idea. And there we go, 6mm orcs and stuff, and we're going to continue to experiment with this. So again, many thanks to TJL Games. It's a brilliant idea that they had of using this mesh. Very cool, very War Master style. I love it. So in around January, I'm gonna start this project. And there will be a couple of projects where I concentrate on really small scale miniatures. This is roughly 10mm, and I'm going by my Drop Zone Commander vehicles. And this one is more of a inspired by a World War II tank destroyer. Okay, but I do want to make some more high-tech looking stuff, more modern looking vehicles. That's probably going to be next. And here's a Drop Zone Commander vehicle just to get an idea of size. So it is very cool though, and this is my first little tank, my first prototype. Here are some of the troops from Drop Zone Commander, and this will be used to play games like Trilaterium, which is a game that someone donated to me, gave me a copy of it a while back, and I was never able to play it. And it's a rule set that is apparently plays well in small scale, right? So I want to try it out, and I want to make some vehicles with this small scale in mind. Okay, so we may finally see some kind of alternate Weird War II or something like that coming. All right, so you'll see a lot of this in December, mid December to about January. After the holidays are over, I'll be able to concentrate on all of these miniature projects.
And that's alternate history, right?
That's kind of alternate history. This little tank is inspired by World War II tank destroyers. So if we look at, you know, some of the German vehicles had similar, like the assault guns and things like that. So, but it's fictitious. I just made it up as I was going.
That's awesome.
And it's not a very complicated build.
How long did it take you to do?
It took about an hour. Yeah.
That's not bad at all.
No. And I'm working from templates, so I do have a ridiculously simple template. And the rest is just cutting out little shapes and adding some clay for the wheels and, you know, adding, like, for the gun, it's a little cocktail stick, you know, that I cut.
I love it.
And little things like that. And you'll see all of that in the magazine. I have a ton of pictures, step by step.
Awesome. Are we going to talk about the ships?
Sure. I made a man of war for galleys and galleons.
Woo!
I can't wait to play that game again. I'm trying to teach Julie. We've been so busy that we haven't been able. Julie, you have to learn that game.
I want to, for sure, yeah.
And we're going to play it in a sort of fantasy version, kind of like Pirates of the Caribbean type stuff. So we'll have sea creatures, and we'll have weird magic, and we'll have, you know, other things. But it's a really good rule set by Ganesha Games. And I'm hoping that Julie will join me, and then, you know, she can beat me up on the high seas.
Woo, that'll be fun.
So I'm making more ships, and I have a man of war, and in the upcoming issue of Scratch Builder Monthly, you're going to see me attaching the sails and everything else, and I'll talk about that little scratch build.
Awesome. I love those ships.
Yeah.
I really do.
Yeah, they're inspired by the old WizKids pirate ships.
Oh, all right. Cool.
Yeah, which were very simply made, and so that's kind of what I was shooting for. So,
awesome.
Very small cavern terrain for a role-playing game that I just put up. It was a solo RPG for my RPG series. And this is a free RPG that's online. You can find all the details on that video. And I needed a lot of terrain, and I built this terrain in one day.
That is so cool. That's so cool. It's really cool terrain, too.
Yeah, it's kind of neat. It's caverns. So I made a whole new set of caverns, but these are designed for 1/72 scale.
Mm-hmm.
So, or even smaller, even if I want to play with smaller figures.
Mm-hmm.
But these are small scale terrain. And I even started painting some of my own tiles, hand painting these tiles. So there's a lot that's going to be shown.
I love that.
Yeah.
That you're hand painting the tiles.
Yeah, I want to continue with that
Mhm.
and see where I go, you know.
That's really awesome.
Patrons, you'll probably see, you know, they will probably see some examples of
Mhm.
that as well. And as soon as I can, I'll put some here on the YouTube channel as well. But so in Scratch Builder Monthly, you guys will probably see articles dealing with that hand painted material,
Mhm.
those tiles and caverns and things like that. So
Okay.
a lot of work this month.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It has been a lot of work. You've
Yeah.
been busy in here.
Yeah, I have been.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Next.
Let's SNARL. I want to mention SNARL. Now, what is SNARL? SNARL is a publication by Snarling Badger Studios. You would know them as Adam Loper and Vince Venturella.
Uncle Adam.
Uncle Adam, yes. Well, they have Rain in Hell. They wrote Rain in Hell and Space Station Zero,
Mm-hmm.
two games
Mhm.
which we have played.
Mm-hmm.
We've played more Rain in Hell because we really liked Rain in
We
Hell.
really do like Rain in Hell. Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
It was our Halloween game
Yes.
for a couple
Yeah.
of years. So they came up with a new publication. Now, I have a copy. You can pick it up at Wargames Vault. I'll have a link in the description. And basically, the cool thing about it is that it has some new material for Rain in Hell, a new philosophy.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to definitely want to check that out.
Oh, yeah.
Right? There's a new scenario. I saw some map there, so I know that there's like a new scenario
Nice.
for Rain in Hell. So if you're interested, go check it out. I know that Uncle Adam has a video on his channel as well, so you can just check out his channel, check out his update video, and he'll talk all about it.
Mm-hmm.
I just wanted to mention it because it is, I am going to be playing
Mm-hmm.
a micro game that this issue has, and it's a micro game that uses Sherman tanks.
Oh, wow.
And it's in like an apocalyptic style game, but it has Shermans, so it's like in that age.
That sounds like so much fun.
Yeah, oh, we definitely got to try it out.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so as soon as I print out the material, we're going to play. I have a couple of Shermans already, and yeah, we're going to check out this little micro game. So it's cool.
Awesome.
It's like a little magazine
Uh-huh.
that they're doing, and it's good stuff. So definitely check
Awesome.
it out if
Yes.
if you like Rain in Hell.
Yeah, check it out.
Or Space Station Zero, or if you don't know about these, we have a few games on our channel.
Mhm.
But you can also hop on over to Uncle Adam or
Definitely. Yeah.
Vince Venturella's channel,
Yeah.
and they have. There's also the Snarling Badger Studios website
Mm-hmm.
as well. All the information is there, so check it out.
Sounds good. That's exciting.
Yeah, it's very exciting. I love
Yeah.
it when games we like are there's more stuff for them.
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
it's just-
That's so much fun.
So,
Yeah.
all right. So that was our little SNARL publication
Mhm.
update. So, all right. So we don't have a Dragon Bane material for you guys in this issue of Hobby Talk. We will have, maybe we'll do a separate little video.
Mhm.
Julie's been updating us on her character Lunara,
Mhm.
who is a Wolfkin mage.
Mhm.
She is a mentalist. Now, one very important thing, and Julie and I have been discussing this, Julie chose the Mentalism School of Magic, which plays pretty much like a monk.
Mhm.
So Julie has agreed that her character will probably do some meditation during the game. You know, anytime she gets a chance, she's going to stop. She's going to meditate. And also, you've been fighting a little more aggressively, like with your
Yes. Mhm.
with your claws, and
Right,
kind
right.
of like a monk, you know, instead
Exactly.
of fists.
Instead of claws instead
It'll
of
be,
fists.
yeah,
Yes.
claws, and I am allowing
Mhm.
like a bite attack because she is very hand-to-hand oriented that
Mhm.
way, and her staff right?
Yeah, I think it'll work out nicely.
Yeah, it'll be cool. And the other thing is that her tribe was big in astrology. They were also
I love
like,
that.
yeah, they were big on kind of mind over matter and astrology and mysticism.
Which
And
makes
things like
sense, really, when you think of wolves and moon and
yeah,
all
yeah,
that.
right.
Yeah.
The whole wolf
It ties
thing.
in.
Yeah, so I'll be working on a little background with her, and then Julie is going to be incorporating a little bit more meditation whenever she can. So,
Lunara, not Julie. Well, Julie probably should, but Lunara will be
Lunara.
meditating.
Now, in that last game of Dragon Bane, Julie is still shopping. Her favorite part of the game. She's going to be shopping at the inn. She's already in the town that we see in the adventure book, Outskirt. The town of Outskirt.
Yep.
And so you'll be visiting the shop, and do what you have to do there, and then you guys are going to go on a journey to the marshes.
Ooh, I wonder what we'll encounter there.
Yeah, I don't know. So you better really meditate.
Yeah, I guess so.
And we don't have the information present, but Julie, in our next little update video, when we have the clips, we'll provide some clips of actual role play. Julie can then describe her spells and all that stuff.
Yeah, I love the spells. Those are fun.
Yeah. Mentalism is an interesting school of magic because you're normally very aggressive with your magic, with your style. Mentalism is a little more.
Yes,
it's mind over matter, basically. You know. So your spells are not as aggressive, but they can be very, very useful.
Powerful.
Very
yeah.
I guess depending on how you use them.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. So.
Right.
So more on Dragon Bane. We haven't had the chance to play. Hopefully this Sunday we'll get a chance to continue the adventure and see where Julie goes. See where she takes it next.
We'll see.
All right. So there will be a video. Basically, that's the point. There will be a video coming soon, or we'll incorporate it into our future hobby talk.
Sounds good. I think we've covered everything. What do you think?
Yeah, pretty much. Just look out for Scratchbuilder Monthly. Any of you interested in miniature armor, there's going to be a few projects coming in January. And I have other things that I want to show here on the channel as well. Some new games, some solo games as well.
All right. That sounds good.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
All right, so next game this month is Shadow Sea for the channel. So thank you, folks, and I hope that you guys have a very happy and safe Thanksgiving. And we'll see you after the Thanksgiving holiday.
That's right. We'll see you next time.
See you next time, folks.
Take care.
Have a great one.